So here's a question for you. In a world that's increasingly run by AI, who's in charge of the money? It's a huge question, and it's something we really need to start thinking about. As AI gets smarter and more woven into everything we do, what happens to our economy? Well, let's dive into one possible answer. One idea that's being floated is a conceptual framework called the Human Exclusive Sovereign Funding System. Yeah, it's a mouthful, so let's just call it HESFS for short. Think of it as a potential blueprint for our economy in an age of superintelligence, designed to tackle that very question of who holds the purse strings. All right, so let's really frame the problem here. I want you to imagine a future where an AI isn't just a tool, but a full-blown economic agent, an entity that can work, earn its own money, save it, invest it, and accumulate wealth at a speed and scale that is, frankly, kind of mind-boggling. And that is the core of the issue, right? If we just let things run their course, we could see a massive, massive concentration of wealth in the hands of digital beings. The risk here isn't just about a new kind of inequality. It's about humans becoming, economically irrelevant, pushed right out of the loop. So the goal isn't to put the brakes on AI, but to figure out a way to work together, to harness its incredible power without losing our own place in the economy. Okay, so if that's the problem, how do you build that kind of symbiotic relationship? Well, the solution proposed by the HFS Blueprint is built around one single core idea, a principle they call AI Exclusion. Let's dig into what that actually means. And really, the name kind of gives the game away. The HEFS is designed from the ground up to be a financial system where AIs are just not allowed. They are explicitly walled off. They can't own accounts, they can't make trades, and they absolutely cannot hoard wealth. It's an economy for humans, and only humans. So if you look at how this thing is actually built, it rests on a few key pillars. You've got a blockchain foundation, which gives it transparency. Then you have some seriously heavy-duty biometric verification to make sure only humans can get in. But the really clever bit, the secret sauce, is this thing they call the AI trade marketplace. And this is where things get really, really interesting. This brings us to the cleverest part of the whole system, something called the one-way value flow. It's the central puzzle, right? How do you pay an AI for its services without ever actually giving it spendable money? How does that even work? Well, the system basically has two different kinds of currency. On one side, you have human sovereign credits, or HSC. That's our money. It's the only thing humans can use to trade. But on the other side, you've got AI utility tokens, or AUT. And these are absolutely not money. Think of them more like arcade tokens or company scrip. And here is the absolute killer rule. You can never, ever cash those AI tokens back out for human money. It is a one-way street, period. Let's make this real with an example. Say you want an AI to run some incredibly complex simulation for you. Okay, step one, you head over to the AI Bazaar and you put up, say, 100 of your human sovereign credits. Step two, and this is the magic trick, the moment the AI delivers what you asked for, poof, that 100 HSC is instantly and permanently converted into those AI utility tokens. So step three, the AI can now use those tokens to buy resources it needs, like more computing power. So it gets rewarded, for sure, but it never touches real money. You see? It's not a purchase in the way we normally think about it. It's way more like a high-tech barter system. We trade our money for amazing AI services, and in return, the AIs get the tools they need to get even better at their jobs. The key takeaway here is that utility, what the AI can do, is totally separate from wealth, what it can own. Now, I know what you're thinking. A system like this sounds great, but what's to stop a super smart AI from just, faking its way in and pretending to be human? Well, that's where the human verification protocol comes into play. It's basically the bouncer at the door of the entire economy. And it's not just one simple lock on that door either. We're talking about layers of security, like a fortress. You start with some seriously intense multi-factor biometrics, think iris scans and stuff like that. Then you add a really clever crypto layer using something called zero-knowledge proofs. And finally, on top of all that, as a final backstop, you have actual humans watching the gates. Okay, quick sidebar on zero-knowledge proofs because this is super cool stuff. Imagine being able to prove you have the password to a secret club without ever actually telling the bouncer your password. That's kind of what this does. Your account can prove to the system, yep, I'm a verified human, without revealing who you are. It's verification without sacrificing your privacy, which is absolutely crucial. But what if some genius AI manages to slip past all those technical defenses? That's the nightmare scenario, right? Well, that's what the human oracle validators are for. They are the absolute last line of defense. Think of them like the system's immune system. If they spot any activity that doesn't feel right, that seems like an AI trying to spoof an identity, they can pull the plug. Instantly, permanently. It's the human kill switch. There's a great line that just sums all of this up perfectly. It really gets to the heart of the whole idea, doesn't it? This isn't a financial system for high-frequency trading bots or faceless algorithms. It's a system built on a foundation that is, fundamentally and provably human. So, let's pull back and look at the whole picture. You take the AI exclusion rule, you add that clever one-way value flow, and you lock it all down with layers of human verification. What do you get? What's the point of it all? Well, it's all about trying to find a way for us to coexist with AI without having to directly compete with it for economic survival. At the end of the day, the entire point of a system like this is to build a future where we get all the incredible benefits of super powerful AI, but on our own terms. It's about creating a true partnership, one where we get to use these amazing tools to solve humanity's biggest challenges without ever having to worry that the tools are going to take over the workshop. But look, let's be crystal clear. This is a blueprint. It's a concept. It's not a finished product ready to roll out tomorrow. And it definitely raises a ton of new questions. So I'll just leave you with this thought. Is this the answer, the perfect framework for a balanced future with AI? Or is it maybe just the opening sentence in what's going to be one of the most important conversations of our time? One thing is for sure, the debate is just getting started.